Hey guys, welcome to Rashid's Manchester United warehouse. We just lost 3-1 against Arsenal, who have essentially become our noisy neighbors suddenly because of their online antics and everything. But that's fine. We have never expected good behavior from them anyways. Um the point of making this entire video is so that we start reviewing games as well after they've taken place. So essentially, I'll put up my tactical review video, and after the game, we can go through what really happened in the game and discuss a few points. And it's for you guys to consume like my stances regarding stuff that happened on field. And stances are very important to take, especially when you're not given the benefit of the doubt. You're not given the basic courtesy of uh, great decisions by trained referees at the end of the day. And yes, I mean, Manchester United have been on the receiving end for quite a while now, and it's disappointing. Yes, the Onana mistake against Wolves was definitely at our favor, but it's safe to assume that we have lost 4 points now because of the referees. Because I know for a fact, and I believe it, if the penalty against Tottenham Hotspur was given for the handball, we could have definitely scored that. And even if we would have conceded a goal later on, we would have gotten a point. And today was a blatant 3-point robbery by the referees against us. Now, a few key discussions that I'd want to make. Um, like I said in my tactical preview, we could expect Anthony to be playing well today, and he did. A lot of people will make jokes around what happened during the middle of the game, where he went on his left foot and tried to whoop it in, and he basically murdered. But it's important to note that Anthony showed immense work rate. He was winning balls, trying to play it to Martial, and Martial was not able to hold up play and link up play in the first half very well. And even if Ten Hag says that Martial played well, I think he had an awful game. And yeah, I mean, Hoyland has to start um, from the next game onwards. Hoyland, let's now come to Rasmus Hoyland's debut. I think he was brilliant. He was physical. He gave the Arsenal defenders a run for their money. He was on them. The goal which should have stood, the Garnacho goal, a brilliant shimmy from Hoyland. Um, the Rashford run, the 3-on-2 run, should have been a pass to Hoyland, and Hoyland should have been able to finish it. There was a penalty that Hoyland should have been clearly awarded. Um, he wasn't awarded that penalty. And yeah, I mean, Hoyland was fast, Hoyland was quick, Hoyland was physical, Hoyland was great, in my opinion. It was a great debut for Rasmus Hoyland. We have an exciting striker. Um, just needs to now start delivering in a red shirt. Um, about Kai Havertz dive again, like a few fans online have stated the fact that Rashford's penalty against Spurs was similar. I mean, Rashford was trying to dribble past the Spurs defender, and he put his legs in front of him, and Rashford tripped. There was no touch, nothing between Wan-Bissaka and Havertz. To be fair, he dived, and he was not even given a yellow card for diving. I mean, the referees have become a joke in the modern game. Garnacho's through. Garnacho went through his run. It couldn't be offside. He's taken reference of his hands. The hands are not where you're supposed to draw the line from. It has to be your shoulders that have to be um onside or offside, and it's a pretty clear thing. You can either be onside or offside. Now, where are these lines and angles coming from? You draw a straight line, and he was onside from the top to the bottom of the field. You take reference of his positioning, his furthest point of his body, not his hands, and those are his shoulders, and he was onside. I mean, some people also claim the fact that Lindelof should have gotten a red card online, and it's a disgrace what online football culture has become and what referees are doing these days. The decisions that go against, I mean, there are negative decisions that go against every club in football. But what is happening with Manchester United is a lot of online prejudice coupled with disgusting refereeing, to be fair, very inconsistent. Now, what we'd essentially want to do in such a situation is try to be more convincing in games, but we have injuries, right? We cannot beat Arsenal 4-0 or 5-0. You saw we played without Varane, we played without Amrabat, who just came in. He was not able to register on time. Hoyland cannot play 90 minutes. We did not have Mount. It's a difficult situation for Manchester United. And in these snappy moments when the team is really doing well, I think the referees need to do their job properly, because it depends. The entire season will depend on such results. If we could have gotten 3 points, which we should have, we would have been above Arsenal. And that would have given us a massive advantage. Now, there'll be rhetorics around Eric Ten Hag's away record also. But what can you do, right? It should have been 3 points, even if you don't consider the Spurs penalty. It should have been 3 points in 2 games against two North London clubs, and I think that's great. But yeah, I mean the entire like online thing and the internet and um football Twitter and everything, and referees are a joke, and we have to get better from all these things. We have to realize the fact that a lot of people get affected because of all these things, right? Lisandro Martinez is probably injured as well, and it's very disappointing. I don't even want to talk about like what happened with Johnny Evans at the end of the day. It's clear foul. But yeah, I mean, you rob us, you give us a draw, but you take a win and give us a defeat. I mean, the referees are an absolute joke. And discussing this game tactically is really pointless, because I thought we were brilliant tactically. If we had De Gea in goal, we would have been pressed to death, and we would have had no chance of winning. Onana, from having potentially one of his best games, how can someone be so press resistant? How can someone act so cool with defenders like Lindelof, Maguire, and Evans and Ericsson in midfield? Ericsson was dropping deep, he was creating spaces, he was taking the ball from Onana. It was a brilliant counter-attacking display in the first half, and then we started taking control in the second half. We had three amazing chances. The Martial chance followed by the Rashford follow-up, the Garnacho goal, and yes, I'll say it's a goal. Um, and one more from Rashford, which should have been laid on to Hoyland. Those are three goal-scoring chances from a counter-attacking team, or whatever team you say. One of which we even converted, but yeah, the referees took that away from us. So 3-1, 2 wins, 2 defeats. I don't know where the season will end, where we'll end the season, but all I can say is teams like Arsenal Football Club are completely beatable, and we should not be afraid of them. They can be exposed in ways you don't even know. I think Arsenal was shambolic today. especially considering their overhyped like thing, right? They are completely overhyped the way they play, their ball control, their possession base, their entire thing of dominating ball on the opposition's half. They were getting schooled by Onana. I mean, their attackers. I don't know, man. I think bringing in Johnny Evans was a mistake, putting out Lindelof, but I think they were extremely tired. Lindelof and Wan-Bissaka especially looked extremely tired towards the end of the game, and we had to take them off. Otherwise, we would have had we could have conceded goals, but we conceded them anyways, thanks to the brilliant refereeing again. But yeah, I mean, what can you do, right? As a fan, I'm very optimistic this season will still hold very good things, even after the injuries, because I see a team that is bonding, that is attacking, that is threatening, that is lethal against a so-called title contender team. I don't think they are going to contend for any titles this season, Arsenal, the way they play. But I see us doing well. I could be completely delusional. I could sound completely delusional to opponent fans, but I simply don't care. I don't care. I care about my club. I care about my club's interests, right? I'm a Man United fan. I'm not here to please Arsenal fans. And that has to be understood. But the thing is, we have to take these results on our chin and start beating teams comprehensively, like score 2-3 goals in 1 hour, be lethal, and that's where Rasmus Højlund will help us, in my opinion. Right. So yeah, I mean, that is almost everything that I wanted to talk about. I think we're showing great progress on the field, especially after the first game. Against Spurs, first half was brilliant. Second half, we got blown away, but that's fine. Against Nottingham Forest, we showed tremendous intent, and against Arsenal, we've shown intent again. We're definitely moving towards the right direction. Even though the sale news has been very negative, and we'll make a video around that. It's made me very disappointed, to be honest, but it's okay. Not to be discussed right now. Next game's against Brighton. I think we'll confidently win the game, and the Bayern Munich game will also be interesting, but it's just 9 points from 5. And it's very irritating because it could have been 13 out of 15 for us if the refereeing was right. But I'm sure we'll make up the 4 points gap by definitely beating Arsenal at home. Because if this game was at home, I don't see Arsenal scoring 1 goal from the game. I mean, they took advantage of us switching off their only legitimate goal, I must say. The third goal was also legitimate, but that was because of us like trying to nick a goal and us like putting every player forward. Their only legitimate goal came from us like having a minor lapse in concentration. But that'll come. That'll come with time. I think the next 14 days will be extremely important for us. They're extremely important for Ten Hag to like get everything right. Mason Mount will be back in a while. Um, and yeah, I mean, Sergio Reguilon and Amrabat in as well. From next game onwards, it's going to be a different Man United side. Højlund should start again, like I said. And yeah, that's it. Bye bye.